Wizard King and Demon Child. Chapter 2. The next morning. Zethra, there's someone here to see you. She brought her bug collection. Coming, Mother. Oh, Talia, come in. Up to my room. What are those? Living weapons. They are called thud bugs. Thud bugs? Never heard of them. No, you probably never seen them either. The Yuzhong Vong weapons are all living creatures. A thud bug is essentially a bioengineered missile. The fist-sized thud bugs are silver creatures small enough to be attached on a bandolier, worn across the chest. When thrown, the thud bug streaks toward its target with surprising agility. Thud bugs track their prey, following nearly all evasive maneuvers, even turning corners and slipping through defensive structures. A thud bug's velocity, which can exceed 150 kilometers per hour, results in an extremely painful collision when it hits its intended target. What's a kilometer? Let's just say it can travel around 5,000 feet per minute, at a guess. Oh, okay. Well, that's really fast. Yes, they can travel up to 400 feet. It will knock you down, break a limb, or if it hits you in the head, it can kill you. Now, blast bugs are similar to thud bugs, except they will explode and can penetrate armor. A handful of blast bugs sparking simultaneously will rip through a plate metal. A snap bug causes bright flash and a sonic shockwave. This combination can blind, deafen, and stun victims. Razor bugs are covered in a thick carapace with extremely sharp edges, capable of shredding flesh. When thrown, the razor bug extends a pair of wings to hone in on its target. It can either make multiple cuts or even burrow into the victim's body. This is a spark bee. It creates the bugs. If you take care of it, you'll never run out. Cool weapons. Anything else you can show me? This is Vondum crab shell plated armor. Well, it will be anyways. Right now it's just a crab that will wrap itself around you. It's capable of repelling energy weapons, melee weapons, and even deflecting lightsabers. It's composed of an intricately structured crystal. The creature's unique glands generate a protective field that covers the shell, greatly enhancing its defensive properties. During the melee combat, the armor's spear-like legs can be used as weapons. It can also secrete a special chemical that functions as a natural antiseptic, disinfecting wounds. Additional creatures bond with it to serve as communication devices, life support, and concealed weapons. During the battle, the armor will shift to protect you. If anyone beside you tries to put it on, the crab will repeatedly attempt to kill that person. This is a Uglith cloaker, which attaches to your armor, and it includes a Nullith, a star-shaped creature that attaches to your face and sends a tendril down your throat, enabling you to breathe underwater or in hostile environments. The Uglith masker uses thousands of tiny grappling tendrils to attach itself to your pores, creating a false outer skin disguising you however you want. Yorick Call is an implant you place in someone you wish to control. It's implanted into the neck. Most use it on their slaves. A Villip resembles a fist-sized mollusk covered in rigid, leathery, and membranous tissue. Villips can mold their own appearance, but their true strength is in their ability to join consciousness with one another. A pair of Villips connected on a conscious level can communicate even across vast distances of space and time. The Tizo worm functions as a universal translator and decoder, allowing you to understand and speak other languages. They crawl inside your ear. The Amphistaff has a telepathic link to you. It resembles a large serpent with 4 large fangs, and when not in use, it can be wrapped around your forearm or waist. You'll have 3 at your command. It hardens its body to roughly the strength and consistency of a stone. In its simplest configuration, the hardened amphistaff is wielded like a quarterstaff or a club. It can also narrow its neck and tail, forming razor-like edges at either end of its body, designed for stabbing or slashing attacks. When it selectively hardens portions of its body, it can serve as a whip or flail. It can slither forward toward an enemy or be commanded to hide. It can also generate an internal electrical pulse that travels through its linked glands, generating an energy field that alters its semi-crystalline cell structure, creating edges that can cleave through most materials. Use it as a spear or hurl it at enemies up to 30 feet away. It can also spit venom of 60 feet and causes instant blindness followed by total paralysis. It also regenerates its wounds. Jason Solo, whom you don't know, commanded 17 wild amphibians to form a living suit of armor around him. Its eyes are motion sensitive and can see in infrared, or dark vision. This is a lambent crystal, which you will use at some point 3 years from now. Do not lose it. It and many other devices you are not quite ready for. Today we will train in their uses. That night, as her body rested, she visited Mother Talzin for her next lecture. In the spirit realm, the winged goddess appears as a blinding white griffin. It is she who governs fertility and growth, she who acts as a mediator to reconcile wounded parties. She knows everything that has occurred and everything that is yet to come. Channeling the winged goddess brings forth great quantities of spirit ichor into the physical realm. This ichor, or ichor, probably ichor, appears as a green smoke, but it can be given physical shape and mass as well as be manipulated in spellcasting by a gifted shaman such as myself. A skilled shaman may conjure objects from raw spirit ichor. The conjured object is everlasting and can take many forms, such as a hunting lance or a goblet of boiled black root. Divination and scrying are achieved by shaping the spirit ichor into a sphere and peering into its depths. Through scrying, a shaman can view events occurring anywhere in the galaxy. Divination or heart shadow calls forth visions of possible futures. Through this art, I have learned the fall of empires yet to come and how to protect the Night Sisters from those who would seek to exploit us. In spellcasting, a spirit ichor can become the waters of life and be used to heal wounds or restore memories. When used in conjunction with crafters, chanting, and incantations, I can channel the ichor to rejuvenate the near dead by coaxing the injured spirit to emerge from hibernation. Mesmerism is another gift provided by spirit ichor. This power allows a shaman to override the thoughts of those weaker than oneself, particularly men and off-worlders. A tap of the fingertip to the victim's forehead will induce a trance-like state and make the victim powerless to refuse your commands. Another form of control is achieved by crafting a small statue of a victim, combining a strand of hair in a rolling cauldron brimming with the waters of life. This crude figure may be stabbed with wooden needles or weakened with a breath of miasma, whatever that is. But nothing comes without cost. The effort required of the shaman to summon such quantities of ichor can prove exhausting. I do not wish to disturb the winged goddess with endless supplications, but in times of severe distress, I have used the shaman's connection to directly invoke the spirits when the call succeeds. The specter of long-ago warriors will glow into view. Heralded by a rush of wind, they will charge a target while uttering a shriek that emanates from every direction at once. As Ethra woke up, the crab armor had grown over her body. "What are you wearing? Take that off." "I can't. It grew over me." Zariel tried to take it off, and it struck her. "Ow!" "Just leave it alone, Mom. It protects me." "From what?" "Anything." "Whatever. At least I know you're safe, I suppose." All the bugs were on the armor, along with the amphibians. She went outside and spread her wings and flew up above the trees. She could see the city and the path to the Underdark. She came down. She cast Animate Object on her Book of Shadows, and it came alive. "What spells do you have for me?" "I can speak? Well, I have 3 cantrips: Control Flames, Mold Earth, and Thunderclap. Other cantrips include Arcane Mark, Daze, Cure Minor Wounds, Dancing Lights, Detect Poison, Flare, Ghost Sound, Light, Mending, Resistance, and Virtue. But of course you can only cast 8 of them once per day. Also, I have some first level spells of which you can only cast 6. They are Shield, Wrathful Smite, Dissonant Whispers, Tasha's hideous laughter. Cause fear, change self and silent image. Command, comprehend languages, doom, cure light wounds, endure elements, hypnotism, identify, sleep, and ventriloquism. Coo, coo, said an animal. Well, hello, little dragon. You're my familiar, I see. She saw herself in the mirror. She had fangs, sharp teeth, and small claws on her fingers. She also was able to see in pitch blackness 120 feet. And she was hurt and bleeding or fell unconscious from a mortal wound. Or if this happened, she would stabilize before dying. She was also immune to poison. She had telepathy up to 30 feet and could speak to any creature, which included plants and animals. She waited for Talia to return. For strategy and tactics, you must seek out Vlad, but only after you've gathered a following. Spend your time planning and building your power base. Create an army. Use the new king's hatred of your mother for your cause. Both of you want the same thing. You just have to convince him of that. What can Vlad do for me that the king, Jaime, can't? His power over darkness is great. He will change you and will give you more power. Power to even command the dead. Your form will not be welcomed in the city. The king has outlawed any vicious-looking creatures. Find a position in the city. I want to learn how to craft potions and magic items. Do that. Jaime is a wizard. You can both work together and open a magic shop that secretly recruits others into a secret society. You can make it work. I will try. First, I have to come up with some gold to purchase a store. So she went to her mother. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy? Well, if I had something to do, I'd be out of your hair. Well, what is it? What do you want? To start up a business. Ha! What person in their right mind would buy something from a 9-year-old? I'll find help, but I need the money to purchase it first. And I suppose I'm supposed to just give the money for it. Not give, loan. Once I make money, I'll pay you back. Plus interest. I'll give you 500 gold coins to buy a small place, and you'll pay me back 750. Oh, all right. Now, get out of my hair. That night she strategized how she would purchase a building and convince the king to help her. Then once she lay down for the night, she said, Mother Talzin, and was transported to Dathomir. Welcome back, Zethra. Tonight I will teach you about the Fanged God, who appears as a night black gargoyle in the spirit realm. He governs virility in the hunt. He also communicates smells, sounds, and tastes. He is the counterpart to the winged goddess and is equally important to the governance of the spirit realm. As Night Sisters, you can draw from both pools and thus keep their universal energies in balance. The magic of the Fanged God is so powerful that in channeling it can burst minor blood vessels in your physical bodies, raising telltale bruises on the cheeks and around the eyes. These marks were once considered scars of shame by the passive witches who revered the Book of the Law. Yet they are brands of honor. They are brands of honor. Our tradition of facial tattoos reclaims this history for ourselves and announces to the galaxy that we are Night Sisters. And while other Night Brothers are kept separate, they are marked as our kin and warriors by the tattooing on their chests and faces. It is the Fanged God who conjures up the wild hunt each year when the moons are at the brightest, and the snows have vanished from the slopes of the scattered ridge. I have seen the dark figures with glowing pale eyes as they gallop through the forest. I have heard their hunt calls as they carry those who cross in their path back to the abode of the ethereal riders. Ethereal. The Fanged God is close to you at all times. He seeps through the border separating the two realms and does not require as much effort to channel. Everything you fight or feast or feed, you are communing with the Fanged God. This is all from the Book of the Sith, by the way. As girls, you learn to speak with our planet's native rancors and to ride them. Talia will bring one tomorrow. The realm beyond shadows contains a single earth spirit for each of the galaxy's animal species. What you will do with the rancor so So you can do with the earth spirits. Once you acquire the tongue of a particular earth spirit, you can understand any creature of that type. Once you can communicate with a creature, you can calm it. Once you can calm it, you can control it. The most skilled Night Sisters who study this art hold the rank of a beast warden. Because the Fang God governs the hunt, he is present during tracking, sacrifice, and the drinking of blood. He can sharpen your perceptions to set you over the path of the most elusive prey, even when you are far from your home. It is he who gifts us with the blood trail, a technique in which you place a drop of your own blood on your target and use that link to track your quarry across the stars. It's a technique known only to the Night Sisters. Tonight we will drink blood to him, and you will be able to do this. And by the way, that's not completely true, because Jason Solo used it to track Jaina. But anyways. The next morning, Talia brought with her a young pet, Rancor. I have placed within his mind and his physical boundaries. He will not leave this area. I will bring him beasts from Dathomir, so he doesn't eat up animals in the dark woods and gain the attention of others. You will learn to control him, just as Mother Talzin instructed. He will be fine while you are away. Once you purchase your shop, I'll cast a phase door for you to teleport from there to here. To all outside, it will appear as though you live at the shop. All right, what is that around your neck? These receptacles are talismans and totems. I brought some for you to have. Talismans are often gems set in rings or pendants. Totems are carved objects depicting an animal or a spirit entity. When kept within a dwelling, these objects offer a blessing to all who enter. Those who swallow a totem will release all its energy into themselves. When the spirit is released from the object, it returns to the spirit realm. Talismans of transformation allow the wearer to change shape in the physical realm, to become an animal and tap into the animal's spirit essence. This is a talisman of the cat. If you are in trouble, you will change to a cat. Talismans of finding are shaped to resemble a compass and will guide you to any target that has been imprinted upon it. Talismans of resurrection can bring the spirits of the dead back to their physical bodies. It's vital to remember the longer you wait, the more decomposed the body will be. Talismans of counterspell often offer protection for the magics of others by deflecting curses back into their casters. Totems of elementals can summon night, sunlight, smoke, ice, flame, clay, and wood rot, along with water and air. These are powerful primal entities, so they may not always obey your bidding. Totems of familiars are more welcoming. They will call an animal to your side and hold the animal there as long as you possess the totem. The summoned beast is blessed with magic. The energies of these familiars help crafters accomplish some of the most difficult magics. Here are totems of the lizard, snake, horse, monkey, wolf, bear, griffin, owl, and spider. You have a choice in what class you want to be placed. Our weapons include the pike, the mace, the spear, the axe, and the chain sickle. Those worthy to become warriors or assassins must be tested to prove their skill. In the area of the crucible, you will face 3 tests. Before you take on your mother, come to me to train and face this challenge. Then you will be worthy to lead your army of followers against her. Zethra took her money and her new items and set off for the city. Before she entered, she cast Alter Self to look like a young human woman. She found a shop and paid for it and set off for the castle. I must speak with the king, she said. Who are you? Said Charles, the first knight. My name is Gabriella. Why must you speak with the king? I heard he was a great wizard. I want to open a shop about magic lore and sell magic items. But I'm not a wizard who can make such things. I thought this might help take his mind off the tragedy for a while. I will let him know. I will send word for his answer to you. Where are you staying? At the moment, I'm staying in my shop next to the bookstore. Very good. He shut the door on her. She left and went to an empty shop. The back room was not empty. She found Talia had left a note. Stand before the doorway and say Rancor, and walk through to go to your bedroom. To come back, do the same to your doorway from your bedroom. But that afternoon, someone came by. She let the man in. He was dressed in a wizard robe and hat. He had a long beard and was taller than even Eric. It was Jamie, the king himself. I hear you're opening a business selling magic items. Yes, I am Gabriella. Jamie. Unfortunately, I'm a businesswoman and not a mage, but the city has need of a magic shop. I need help making the items. I have a list of all the items I'd like. I will buy the components and pay you for your time, or we can split the profits 50-50. This will help me. I had a terrible tragedy and I need time to think and plan. The extra money will help. When would you like to start? I will bring what I need in the morning, along with a list of components for you to purchase. So the king and Gabriella became friends. Eventually, she told him about her crush on the late Prince Eric and how she would like to build an army to fight the ones responsible. I've had the same thoughts. I will help you build a reputation for yourself. We can attract young magic users and open a school for them to learn. You mentioned you've had training. Perhaps you can teach what you know. I'm putting together a council to help me rule the kingdom. If you do well, I will add you on as a council member. Yes, I'll get back with you on that. I need some time to contact my master trainer first. No problem. I'll see about opening a wizard school at one of the academies. Sethra, it's been over a year since we spoke. How's the Rancor training coming? Great. I can use him to hunt in the dark woods. So you control him now. Yes, I need to enter the Crucible. I have the king as an ally, and we're going to train followers in both wizardry and battle. Let's practice first to see if you're worthy to enter. They sparred, and Zethra's skills had improved greatly. Her agility, speed, and strength had improved. She needed the practice against an opponent that used cunning. She had been practicing with her pet Rancor. When her and the king battle Zariel, they are defeated. Jamie flees, and Zethra is captured and witnessing Zariel's leaving with Boba Fett. This is the future. In the test of fury, you will be pitted against other candidates or the instructor. Some may form alliances for advantage, where others may stand alone against all challengers. Either response is useful. And so Zethra used her diplomacy to incorporate the help of others to defeat the strongest foes first. Then she betrayed them and defeated them all. When the moons are low and all light has been extinguished, the test of night will begin. You will fight like the last test, but without sight. You must use stealth and hearing to win. Zethra could see 120 feet in pitch blackness. She used the darkness to her advantage, plus used her wings to swoop down and attack her opponents. The test of elevation is where the Crucible's moving pillars are activated. Combatants will fight atop the pillows. Those with cunning will see the stone blocks as cover for ambushes. Those who are aggressive will use the high ground to pounce upon their prey. The most skilled will not only survive, but will dominate the battles. Once you pass the test of the Crucible, you'll be suited for further training. Zethra was very aggressive and demolished the others. There are 3 categories of skill we offer off-world clientele: Hunter, Warrior, and Shadow Killer. Our warriors wear the cuffs and shoulder armor of those who have withstood the Crucible. Their weapons, such as pikes, are infused with powerful magic and cut through any substance. Through the magic of the Fang God, a warrior can be transformed into an avatar of primal anger. This requires the skill of an expert shaman and full coven of crafters. By conjuring green spirit ichor and channeling the rawest hatred, the energies can be siphoned into hulking muscle and bone. A transformed warrior will be massive, standing a head taller, boasting a broad chest and spine-crushing arms. A proud Zabrak of the Night Brothers will grow a crown of horns to rival that of a burned buck. Hunters should wear the red hoods and robes like the blood trail they follow, as well as black wrist wraps to protect from the sting of the weapons. A hunter wields an energy bow with a plasma bowstring and plasma arrows. The energy bow can fire plasma arrows unerringly at any target, and its bowstring can blind or burn should you need to use it as a bludgeon. It's a specialty weapon. The third choice, while I believe will suit you, are the Shadow Killers, the Assassins. They wear black wraps of the night and carry silent weapons such as the dagger and the poison dart. It's an art to become one with the dark. Shadow Killers can also be aided by spirit ichor. Shamans can conjure a mist that allows Shadow Killers to operate midway between the physical and spiritual realm, also known as blinking. Shadow Killers is the right path for me, said Zethra. And so for a year, Zethra, now almost 12 years old, became a shadow killer. I'll go a little further. When Garrett left for the castle with his mom that night, he questioned her. Why are you leaving? Or why are we leaving? Your dad and I don't love each other anymore. He has his gods, and I have mine. What gods? Women shall rule these lands, not men. Loth, my goddess, will give me rulership. Yeah, over spiders? Ha ha! Smack! Ow, that hurt. That's not funny, and it is disrespectful. Why are you working with Zariel? I don't like her. Her daughter is mean to me. Mallory was imprisoned. Get me out of here. Where are my children? Said Mallory. Shut up, said Angelica. Your children and husband were murdered by a pack of Lycans. Lycans? Wolves. That's a lie. Where are my children? Hello, Mallory. Lily, what's going on here? I am not Lily. I am Lot. I can grant you revenge on Zariel, but you'll have to go along with it for now. Revenge? How? They've turned me into a freaking raven. I will make you a raven queen. You're crazy. You're all crazy. You hear me? Crazy. The next day, Garrett went to see his dad, but Jamie had locked himself in his castle. He took 16 of his best knights and renamed them the Blackguard. He promoted Charles Cepadlin and Chaucer to a powerful cleric. By then he met Gabriella and began to seek out secrets and hidden powers. Being half-elf, Garrett hated the city. He liked being outside in the woods. He was his own king of the forest. Even though he lived with the drow, he made friends with the wood elves. Mom, can I play outside? In the woods? Yeah, where else would I play? Okay, but be careful. It's not safe here like it is at the castle. He walked outside. It smelled great. The leaves crunched under his feet as fall began. The trees were golden orange, which made the tree trunks appear dark and almost black. It was so free out here, birds chirping, squirrels running from branch to branch. It was calming and peaceful. But just because you don't see danger doesn't mean it's not lurking nearby. Snakes, spiders, and such were near, but they were afraid of the 8-year-old. A man in the trees was watching him. Garrett looked up and could see him. He blended in with the trees. Who are you? Said Garrett. The man jumped down. I am Kurt, an Arc Druid. I instruct others to protect nature. Would you like to learn? Yes. Good. Every morning meet me outside, and I will teach you. I will begin with your athletics and survival skills. You will become an outlander. Here is equipment I give all my students. A staff, a hunting trap. You'll learn to never get lost, and be able to track any creature or animal. I will teach you how to be a druid and a ranger. You will learn to slay dragons, fiends, giants, and the undead. You may even take my place as protector of the forest. What kind of elf are you? I am a wood elf. Come and meet my friends and family.